So next, we have Trent Davis. Trent is the head of growth for Baselight, and Baselight is a decentralized platform for publishing, discovering, and monetizing structured data where providers retain the ownership and earn per query. They're backed by Lightshift and Han Ventures, and he is here from Denver, Colorado. So please welcome Trent Davis.
Thank you. Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for coming, and judges, thank you so much for your time today. Really appreciate it. My name is Trent, and I'm here to talk to you about Baselight, where we are turning data chaos into organized brilliance. So the theme of the day is going to be data. Basically, how do we discover it, how do we access it, and how do we analyze it? In our opinion, right now, the data economy is pretty broken. Raw data in and of itself isn't very useful, and then being able to find and access data that is structured is pretty tough. What that means is that your costs are going to compound both as an individual and as a business. Essentially, you need the right talent and infrastructure in place to be able to find and analyze data. That's expensive. You need the opportunity in place, ideally the time and capital to either discover it and then buy it. And then finally, duplication. If you're a business, you're probably going to be doing something that somebody in your business has already done. What this means is your costs increase and your profitability goes down, i.e. this is essentially a broken system. Again, accessing, finding, and discovering data is difficult. For those that do need to do that, getting structured data is simply behind paid siloed walls. It's very opaque, it's hard to find, and quite frankly, it's just complicated to access. Luckily, that's where Baselight comes in. We're building the universal hub for structured data and insights. Now, what that actually means are these three key pillars right now. The first one is our decentralized data marketplace. Essentially, if you're an individual, a group, a DAO, or a business, and you're sitting on a bunch of structured data, you can upload it to our platform. You keep complete ownership. You set the monetization, the distribution, and the licensing. People can access it, and you get paid for it. Number two, if you need powerful data analytics, come to our platform. You can use our built-in data catalog to find what you need, our built-in SQL engine to start analyzing it, and our built-in visualization tools to create your charts and everything else that you need to show it off. And finally, three, what GitHub did for code, we're doing for data. So we're creating a ravenous community around forking queries, forking visualizations, creating bounties saying, I need this type of insight or I need this type of data. This is how you make a nice, sustainable ecosystem. Our initial target audience are these four groups. The reason is twofold. Number one, they have a bunch of data. They can become data providers for our platform on day one. Number two, they need a bunch of data to make their businesses work. So we get them from both sides. They can provide their data, make money, and they can also use the platform as data consumers to essentially pay others. Now, our business model looks something like this. When we're doing a pay per query model, you'll notice this is a $1 example. The numbers are simply illustrative. Baselight's going to be taking a small sample of it. In this example, it's 10 cents. But the vast majority of the money is going to data providers as well as processors. That means when you provide your data to Baselight, you get paid. And if you help run the queries in the background, i.e. a depend network, then you get paid as well. Finally, our founding team are these three fine fellows. They all have PhDs. They have years of experience in the data market, crypto, Web 2, and finance. We have the expertise, we have the knowledge to really make sure that we're building the future of data together. Thank you so much for your time.
Perfect. Right on time. Okay, please, some questions.
Awesome. Congrats. Sounds cool. What would you say is the next big milestone to achieve? Like from where you guys are today, what is the next big step to unlock?
Yeah, absolutely. So what we're building right now is we're integrating Apache Iceberg. So for those who are not super aware of the data industry, Apache Iceberg, when we do integrate it, will allow essentially all your Web 2 users who do want access to more data or potentially monetize it. They're using traditional systems. This will allow them to come into our network. And so that actually is building more for bringing those next million, billion users on chain who have never considered using a crypto solution before. So that's kind of our next big thing. We're projecting that to be in the next quarter or two, give or take.
As a marketplace business model, how are you thinking about incentivizing supply versus aggregating demand, and which will you tackle first?
Yep, absolutely. So it's a chicken or an egg problem, right? When you're doing a marketplace, and especially an analytics platform, you need to make sure you have the data that people want to use, and you also need the consumers to come and use the data that providers are having. And so what we've been tackling first is finding high-quality data providers that are comfortable having some of their data on our marketplace for free right now. So if you come and use Baselight right now, all the data is free. We're getting a lot of sticky users that way, so they fall in love with the data catalog, they fall in love with the analytics tools and the visualization tools as well. Later on, we'll be turning payments on. So right now, again, it's all for free. And our data providers that we have are very comfortable with this model because they see the potential and the stickiness of the platform.
So in this space around data marketplaces, how would you differentiate yourselves from others? Is it particularly like that you will be focusing on these particular types of data sets and the kinds of customers for those types of data? Or are you guys, basically, are you guys looking at targeting a particular subsector of the market? Or are you guys going to be more competitive on price, et cetera?
That's a great question. So we're looking to really build the platform out for a wide breadth of use cases, but to start, we want to be hyper-focused on a few specific target markets. So again, your crypto traders, crypto devs, they're kind of used to these tools, right? They know how to use SQL, they've been querying these types of data sets before in the past, but we're also going after sports analytics and AI trading specifically because, as I said, they do need a bunch of data and they do need to be able to access it. So the nice thing with our platform is you can access any data on Baselight right now. You can do your SQL queries on the platform. You can make your visualizations on the platform, all in one spot. Most other folks like this, they require you to either take it off and go somewhere else to do all three of those things. Finally, you can also upload your own private data to the platform. So if you're a business and you want to query, let's say, our World Bank data or our on-chain data with your own private stuff, you can do that without ever exposing your data to anybody else on the platform. So it all stays private.
Good stuff. All right. Wonderful job, Trent. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, everybody. All right, thank you.